Hey guys, this is 0T, and I'm bringing you my first real commentary of Battlefield 3. Haven't got around to recording a lot of stuff, but I finally sat down because I wanted to do a commentary. And playing some Conquest on Damavand Peak, running the Assault class with the M416, Reflex Sight, Foregrip, and Heavy Barrel. I don't like the infrared sight or flashlights, or even suppressors, especially on assault rifles. But here's a big fail on my part. I had set it, my assault rifle that is, to burst fire mode, and I had forgotten all about it, and went in there and just completely failed. I probably could have gotten them, or at least one of them, if I had my gun on automatic fire. But luckily, I have a teammate that's right next to the base where I died, so I get to spawn in, and we end up capping this base. So what I really want to talk about, though, is my thoughts and what's going on with me for BF3. You see, my name is different than it was in BC2 because people always like to steal my 0T, which is quite unfortunate. So I kind of messed around with it a little bit, like made it like an O instead of or a 0 instead of an O. It just didn't look right. So I went with a sort of inside joke between me and my friends. I went with so tactical, which is a funny joke. I'll explain to you now. Back in BC2, you always get those guys that like spam grenade launcher or MK2 Gustav or Segas, and everyone would be complaining in the Skype calls. Oh my God, what a noob! And I'm like, no. I'll be like, no, no, no. I'll be like, no, dude. He's not a noob. He's just being so tactical, okay? And then I'd explain sarcastically all the merits of sniping at the back of the base and how that's super helpful for your team and your KD and stuff. And so basically, it's just a sarcastic comment, calling myself a noob. So basically, now I can get away with any sort of newbie activity and be like, no, 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 I'm not a noob. I'm just being so tactical. So that's the joke of my name, and uh, saw a couple of seconds ago I got that dirty knife on that guy coming around the corner. Uh, in the future, probably about like maybe a month or so, I'm gonna put out a knifing tutorial for BF3. I'll get a lot of good stuff for that. Put out that knifing video, but that just happened to be like 3 consecutive games, so it wasn't anything special or spectacular or anything. So I'll try to get a lot of good footage for that. But so basically now, just this map is kind of interesting because after you cap B, it's really hard to get out and triple cap. So basically, you just kind of sit here and kind of wait out the whole game. You find little spots, the guys coming in, and if someone sneaks behind, they cap a base, and you go back and you clean them out. And it's just basically the team that gets the defense and like all set up first, they win. And this guy, I got him with a grenade. If you toss a grenade underneath the cars that people are camping in, if it lands like underneath or something, you can usually like get him out. And you'll see that some guy gets me too after I get rocketed. But those cars are very good to use as like mobile turrets because they're completely protected, or armor wise. Like you can't get shot out of them easily. So they're good to keep the enemies off of you for a while and move up. So um, basically, what I've been doing so far in BF3, that is I try to have ranked up all my classes so I can get all the guns. So I have all the guns now, and now I'm just going through trying to get 100 kills with every gun in the game. And the first class I did here was the assault class. So I hadn't used the M416 yet in BF3, so I just went. So when I recorded this, I was ranking that up to get 100 kills. I've finished all the assault rifles now, and I'm working on the engineer guns. So I'll see how how that goes. I did that in BC2 and everything. That's good, so you can get familiar with all the guns. But of course, it's not like BC2 for me yet, where I can just like switch kits easily. I haven't really gotten used to that yet, so that's something I gotta work on. And right here, I turned the tunnel the wrong way and taken out from behind. These tunnels are death traps. They're just crazy. So something to be expected. I haven't really played a lot of Conquest on this map yet, so I'm not exactly familiar how to attack every base and stuff and capping spots yet. So it's all practice, and you see right here, I spawn in, I have no idea where I am, so it takes me a minute to figure out and like try to map. But this looks like a good spot where I am right now. I spent a good time right there, getting killed, spamming it, 3D spotting with all the smoke there. But so that's where I am. Playing wise, I've played a lot of TDM so far to get the fast ranking up. But now I'm definitely looking forward to playing a lot more Rush and Conquest. Rush for me so far has been pretty hard because all the vehicles and basically you have to be engineer or else you're just gonna get wrecked and there's nothing you can do. I mean, I'm sure there's people uh, who are more patient than me and then could sit back and get their kills with their support class. But when I try to play support, and in Rush, I just didn't do very well. So here, get a couple kills, I'm all happy. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna push to the next base. But they got a guy sitting there with his infrared scope waiting on somebody coming out. So that didn't work very well for me. However, it's to be expected. At the beginning, I wasn't really like hating on all the flashlights and infrared scopes, but now it's just become a tremendous annoyance, and they're like the OP guns are starting to come out, they're like I want to say the Scar is like super OP, but it he definitely has its times, where you're like, oh, that's questionable, at distance and up close. But here I'm trying to fly around so I can get behind all those guys that are camping at the outside. Uh, I managed to get a few kills, which is kind of lucky since I'm not the best pilot yet. I had to work on that, and I really want to work on that because it, it always feels good when you have like these extra or these peripheral skills that aren't like core guns and stuff, gunplay. So there's tons of guys under me, and I'm joking around while I'm playing. I'm like, if I was good at this, I'd be able to get like 17 kills or something. But you'll see in a second, I completely fail, like getting overly aggressive. I'm like, oh, okay, I just hit that. So that didn't work out well for me, but it's a learning process. The game is still kind of new. It's been out for like 3 weeks, so it's all practice and experience. I'm really looking forward to like Damavand Peak and the new game types that I haven't really played in previous battlefields, like Attack Conquest, where one team starts with all the bases and you just have to go through and cap them all. Sort of like a mixture between Conquest and Rush as we know it now. And I think I heard a lot of people like they're like, oh, for the next DLC, I want there to be another World War II battlefield. But you know, I think it would be a lot cooler idea if they did a remake of 2142, like so they do expansion 2143, and then bring back Titan mode with and all the futuristic stuff with the Frostbite 2.0 engine. That'd be pretty spectacular. And a couple times throughout this gameplay, I speed it up a little bit just to keep it shorter time. You don't want to see me just running around. Oh, it's funny here because look, if you look closely, you can see the sniper glint right through the fire, and that's kind of unrealistic. So I just thought that was funny, so I left that in there. But I didn't really cut out a lot of stuff because I really like to see like the full aspect of what's going on. Like people cut out kill cams and stuff like that, but if they kill you, then I think it's interesting to see like where they are or how they did it. Oh man, I should get some gameplay where I get killed by claymores over and over again. Those are so annoying. It's pretty amusing actually. I have some good claymore stories that I'll share with you when that time comes. But for now, and the stick here, right here, I noticed that we lost A, so I head back there, and recap that, and that game pretty much ends. So, coming here, I see this guy here. What I should have known is I should have showed you how to defib, but I got to get my knife kills. Uh, that's pretty much all I've been doing, especially in like team deathmatch, is running around knifing people. But I got to get better in it in conquest and rush modes, and then when I do, I'll bring a guide or a tip guide on how to do that. 'Cause I'm not the best knifer now, but I'm pretty good, so we'll see how that works out. And these guns on the cars, they're very effective at taking out other cars, and also like these light choppers. So that's pretty much the end of the game there, and I thank you guys for watching. Any questions or anything, just leave them in the comments, and I'll see you guys around. Peace.